Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views, influences, interest on YouTube. Hey, thank you for joining me today. This is Influence, and I got MMC's Ocular Max RMX-10EX Motif, which is their rewind. You know, it's the big cassette tapes. And off the back, ain't no 360 because on the other side there's nothing, but it's a cassette tape. And it looks like a cassette tape. This is probably my favorite one. I love these tapes. All of them are nice. They're all great. But this is probably my favorite looking one. And functionality is probably my favorite one out of all of them. So, I don't know. The Autobot tapes, maybe it's just from their, maybe them knowing. Let me see. I was trying to rewind. I was trying to wind up the tape. You know, if you're in for this, you probably are old enough. I just looked at something. I thought when I first got it, these were covered. I'm not sure if I must have something wrong, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe it just wasn't. I just noticed it. But it looks great. The paint looks great. Even with this, I'll figure it out if I have something wrong or not. I don't know. Not much to talk about. Let's get into the packaging. Of course, the packaging is great. It comes like this. It's glued on, so when you open it up, it doesn't fall apart and you can see what you're doing. Also, here's the cassette case. And you get a card in here, of course, with the tech specs. And this can fit in the cassette tape, or in the cassette case, I should say. Does it fit in here? It barely fits, though. That may be why it does fit. But maybe it's a little wider than the other ones, or a little bit bulkier, that you can't really see. You can't tell, but maybe it is. Maybe that's why they stopped putting the actual stuff in here. Because I used to like how they did that. How they put this used to be in here as like the tape insert. It was just all around a great presentation. But this is actually the TFcon exclusive. So you got this as a case. And you can put it in here if you want. It's kind of hard to get out because it has like bubble blisters on the side in order to keep it in. But there's that. I've seen where they had like a sticker that you can put on here, an Autobot sticker. I wish I got that. I did not get that in the package. So I guess, you know, maybe they ran out of them, or they just forgot to put it in mine. I don't know. Let me see. I don't see anything. I looked around. I didn't see anything. But that's nice packaging, really great. It's actually not blaster, it's the alternate version. What is it? Twin cast, I think. I can't remember, but it's magnetic. And you have him on I guess this is the front, really, technically. And this is the back, and you can see it's blue. So you know it's not blaster, it's twin cast. I think that's twin cast. I hope I'm saying it right. You get some heads. You get these three. He has an open mouth. He has just a no expression. And he has a little smile, I think. And they're more like human faces. And then you have this. This is what comes on him. It's a more, I don't know. It seems more ninja-esque to me. It didn't seem like how I remembered him, so there's another exclusive head that comes with the TFcon exclusive, and it comes with this stuff here, and this is shoulder pieces that make him look more like the cartoon, and I think Studio Ox. And the head that comes with this stuff in the bag for TFcon, it looks better, and I'll show it. It has a more robotic, more higher mask. It doesn't, this just reminds me of a ninja, kind of. Nothing wrong with options. So let's get into this. We'll just get into it. I got the guns in here. This is where you store them. I'll show you how to do that as I'm transforming it. And it also fills out these side pieces here, which is nice. So let's just get into the transformation. You want to push this up a little bit, just a little, so you can get these legs out and move. You can move this if it comes out. It'll probably come out of, it's like a peg that goes on the hand that's folded in. And you can move this down here like this. Move this down here like this. I get the arms together now. So then you can kind of move this all the way out and pull it out. Move this all the way out and pull it out. Then you can flip this up. Flip this up. Spin the hands out. Flip it back down. And it'll peg there. Same thing over here. Just flip this up. Spin the hands. I love this transformation. You gotta push this down because then it'll go on there. Then flip these panels. I was saying I love this transformation. It's not hard. It's nice. It's kind of intuitive. It is fun. And that's about it. That's all you can ask for. So then you can flip these down here like that. Spin him around. You can start to see him. Flip these down here like that. Then this part goes on the outside, so you know which way you have the elbow. Super articulated too. So then you have the legs like this, and you want to split this. It's on a double hinge, and they're die cast too, so that's great. And depending on where the gun is pegged in, you just split it, and then you can take the gun out now. But you can see the gun goes in here, and it's these two pegs. It has these two pegs on the gun. And the scope part, the top part, goes out. It's out when it's here, but just goes in here like this and fits. So we'll take that out. We'll talk about the guns later. So you hinge this and you leave it hinged like this, because then you're going to want to get this knee together. And you just pull this, flip this down, flip this forward, and then flip this like this. It is intuitive again, like I said. The knee is kind of, I'll do it from this side. You see it's like that. You want to flip that knee down and then flip this up right here. It is on a little tight joint. You can't really see that, but you're flipping that up and you'll see the final positioning. There we go. It's like that. So the knee, so this top shin, this top part knee is closer to this part. There's a little space there. Then you just flip these back and they clamp together. They have two pegs that clamp onto there. And I think that's it. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I keep forgetting. Don't you forget. That's why you're here, probably. These two panels right here fold down. So you fold that down, and then on the other side. And you can't fold them down if you put these back together. So it folds down and makes a little flat bottom for his foot. There we go. You see that? Then his foot. Now I'll clamp these back together. It's just little stuff. Oh. Move the feet so they're pointing forward. This is the only problem I have with this figure. Some paint rubbed off. Could have been my fault, but it's kind of eyesore. I may just get a Sharpie and then color it in. Here's the other gun over here. Fits perfectly. I love how they did that. Everything about this figure. Now I won't forget this. These are probably the most frustrating part. And it's not really frustrating. It's just hard. So your fingers are, because it flips. Oh, man. Doesn't feel fragile at all. So that's a good thing. So then you pull this knee down and you got to get this knee right again. Move this knee forward, get that right, and then push this back. And you put the skirts down, you can get the arms situated. And here's the head. This is the TFcon exclusive head. And you see how the mask is more like Optimus Prime, higher up. I think I like that more. And then you can take the guns. We can look at the guns real quick. Really nice sculpt, painted gold. These flip down here and go in his hands if you would like. This part, kind of pull the chest apart. It's not that important, but you see that little, it does split apart a little bit more than when it's in robot mode. So it just gives that little tiny bit of a split so he can have like a almost like a butterfly, man. And here is Rewind in his robot mode. Very nice, very nice. You see the tape stuff coming through, but it's not bad. Like, it's not terrible. It kind of gives it a little bit extra paint, but also on the front you see the gold and the black, and he looks great. Great. So in all his glory, it's so nice. It's a nice figure. I love the figure. And these you can push up. You see them in his hands, but you can also put them on, I think the toy or the had it on the side of his arm, so you can put it on the side of his arm, or you can also store it on the back. It has these little squares. It's the same squares that's on the side of his arm, and it's a square peg. So you put these in the back here. Just fold up the handle and put them in the back, and then you have them like this. So that's nice too. So let's get into some comparisons. And I have a few. First, we got Frenzy here. Yes, this is Frenzy. And his guns need some Viagra. They're not too great. But anyway, there they are side by side. He's bigger than him. I think. Yeah, I don't think he goes up anymore. I wish I had one in tape mode so we could compare. But I like how they look different. They look like their G1 counterparts, but they both look like a cassette tape when they turn. And he had a lot of stickers. I remember that. I just seen some stickers falling off, because you know how stickers go. Yeah, this is great, but I just like this better. I think it's a lot better. And now Blaster. And this is really the scale that I like. I love this scale for the cassettes. It just matches, and it just is what I picture when I think about these guys together. So let's get into some of the exclusive stuff. So you had these pieces here, and I think they're for the toy and the Studio Ox version. That's what I believe they are. So how these go is you take these pads off. They're on pretty tight too, but you take these off. There we go. Take it off on the other side. Let me take these guns off as well. Oh, crap. I just broke it. Oh, man. Be careful. I just broke it. Be careful. And that was dang, I wouldn't think it was so fragile, but it's a screw. And that plastic, I was gonna say that as one of my things too. Now it's on there, but I'm sure it's gonna fall off. So yeah, be careful. That was my fault. I was not being careful when I took these guns off. I was trying to rush. And I just was gonna say that at the end. Like, some of my negatives are these flaps. They're really flimsy, so you really have to be careful when they have them up like this. They could easily rip off. And now that I've done that, I can see that it's easily gonna rip. It easily could rip off. Yeah, unfortunately, at least it still functions. Like, I can put it in there and it feels pretty tight. But that's, oh man. So anyway, you take these off. I don't even know if I want to show it now. These are tight. They're tight. They should be tight. And it's cumbersome because they're, okay, I gotta find out where the ones are. Here we are. Yeah, I'm gonna take this flap off for now. But you take those off, and then you can put these on here like this. And I think this is more the toy. I'm not gonna put them on all the way because then I have to take them off, because it has more squared off. So you know, you put them down like you should, and then you put these, you can leave them like that. And I think it even transforms with these on, but then you can put these on over top of these, and it kind of gives the studio ox. And just know, after you put those on, you're not gonna be able to get them off of here. Like, they're super hard to get off of here. So I'm just gonna put them on. I don't even know if I have them on the right. Yeah. And you have this look. But I'm just gonna take them off because I'm kind of down. I broke the panel off. Again, I can just put it back on, but man. But yeah, that's what that is. And let's put these back on. So these go on here, nice and easy. Nice and easy. So let's get into articulation, which is great on. So you spin it all the way around. You got side to side, down about that much, back about that much. Arm goes all the way up, of course. Elbow, double jointed, triple jointed maybe. There's a couple joints there. And you have swivel here. Hands are articulated, I believe. Yeah, fingers are on a pin. One pin, and thumb is fixed. But what you gonna ask for? And the hand goes back and forth. Again, you have this shoulder movement out and back, so you can get a little bit of butterfly. You have waist bend that get you all the way like that and back about that much. You got waist swivel that goes all the way around. Get these individual skirts. I don't like the screws showing either. That's like kind of nitpick because the skirts mostly hide it. However, you can still see it. You see he does the full splits. Then you can go front to back for the full hurdles. Olympian style. Knees double jointed, so you get full knee range. You got thigh swivel up in here, built in. And feet go, the toe goes up like that and down about that much. And you have a great rocker like this. Yeah, heel spurs not really. It's all one foot. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for articulation. We can go back to cassette mode. And I'm gonna stick this on here. You know what? I'm not even gonna stick it on. Just know that this is off, because when I get it into the final robot, and I'm just gonna leave it how it should be. So you'll see. So what you want to do is move this up, move this one up. If it was there, I'm gonna stick it on though. Move that up, move this up, and then push this together like that so it gets closer. Make sure all this is squared up. I like to get these hands together because it's just easier. You can move these panels up, move these panels up. Move this up. Make sure the hand is all the way closed if you had it open. Then move this like this. And then this pegs into there. Now how you can tell if you have the hands right is this has to go down. So you flip it around, and then with this going up in here like this, and then you can kind of make this like that, and you can see it goes there like that. But I make it up a little bit because it's gonna have to make room for these legs. So here we go. We can do this a little faster. Not fast enough to break anything though. Move that. Up like that. Get it so it's right, and then I move it up a little bit. Now here, legs, I want to pull these panels out and push them forward a little bit because then you want to get everything together. I move these up a little bit just so I don't forget because they go into these leg parts. Now move this, don't forget going back. Move these out. Seems a little easier going back to move them out. And then I get the guns and store them. Again, the barrel has to go to the top and situate it like that. Move this out. Move this out and put it together. And you can turn it around like this if you need some reference. Move that like that. Then you're moving this up. Now you're trying to get all this together. And this piece right here, I guess I didn't have it wrong. I guess it's just that piece. But anyway, you want to move this up here. Again, you want to get that out the way. And kind of put it in there like that. And then this goes down. And you kind of situate it, get everything together, push it all together. It goes together really nicely. I don't know how this got out of there. There we go. So yeah, it goes together really nicely. So over here again, move it like that. Move these pieces out. These pieces out. Get the gun. Stick it in here. Don't forget these pieces. These are the only pieces that really are a issue. Not an issue, but just are hard. They're really hard to move. Because you got to move them around this and not hit this as well. And that might be part of the problem with the foot. Probably how I scraped some paint off. There we go. Then move these out. And you'll get turned around, but it doesn't really matter. Like you can get everything together just how you need it. There you go. Then get this up. Make sure this is still up, but you don't want it up all the way yet because it's going to go all up in here like that. And then you kind of get that together. Move this down here and put this together in here. And then put your panel back on if it fell off. I'm joking. Hopefully yours didn't fall off, but Put the panel back on. And there we go. The cassette tape. Thank you for watching this video and joining me. Please do all the things you need to do for YouTube. And I will get up with y'all in another one.
You know, life ain't over. Life ain't over. Life ain't over. As long as you're alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.